your predecessor some years ago reportedly recognized risks bubbling up in the credit default swap market and learned that LIBOR was being manipulated, but did little at the time besides telling a few people about it. Examiners discussed this Santander transaction, but still no one seemed to try to stop it. The Inspector General's report summary says that examiners were concerned about J.P. Morgan's chief investment office, but never got around to doing anything about it. Even in your initiative on bank culture, you've talked about the issue, but only, I guess, recently taken action. And low disclosure, inaction, reliance on markets to self-correct strike me as sort of Greenspan era relics. Why are we still using this same failed model?
We're not.
Well,
We're not. I mean, I've said repeatedly on the record that financial stability is on equal footing of monetary policy. Without financial stability, monetary policy cannot be effective. I mean, you cited some of the things that you think we should do that we didn't do, but there's a lot of things that we have done. The banking system today is demonstrably much sounder than it was 5 or 6 years ago. More capital, more liquidity, better governance, better risk management. I think all these things I think have been accomplished over the last.
I'm not sure those words wouldn't have been said by President Geithner 7 or 8 years ago in front of this committee, that this system is sound, that there seem to be no bells going off.
Well, I think the fundamental difference, Senator, is that we spend a lot of time now on financial stability issues at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, at the Board of Governors, at the Federal Open Market Committee. I for years have rejected the Greenspan view that you clean up after financial bubbles only after they blow up. I was on record in 2006, before I joined the Federal Reserve, that I did not agree with that philosophy. I think you have to be proactive in preventing excesses in the financial system from developing. If you're not, you threaten the financial stability of the system. That impairs the ability of monetary policy to guide the economy. And as we saw in the financial crisis, households and businesses suffer. And my goal and my job is make sure that we never have a financial crisis like that again. It's just totally unacceptable.
Well, you claim here to be proactive, and there are so many examples where it seems otherwise. The Levin reports we talked about. It seems that the ProPublica stories, the stories that break with Goldman the other day, the Segura story. I mean, it just seems that it's reacting to issues that others bring forward, usually public, and then the reactions there. I mean, I see the story in the paper this morning that yesterday the Fed put out some statements. It seems like they do that often. Maybe it's just coincidence, often a day or two before either a Levin hearing or one of our subcommittee hearings. For example, Goldman didn't prohibit its investment bankers from an egregious practice holding stock in companies involved in deals that they advise until after the first ProPublica story. That was 2 years after they had a $110 million settlement for their El Paso deal. It was done at their own initiative, not at your urging, apparently. I mean, what good is supervision if you observe but not challenge? What good are words if they're not backed up by actions? And it seems that when bankers can crash the economy, they're not sent to jail.